Hello and welcome to the ACEDS webinar channel. My name is Mary Mack. I'm the Executive Director of ACEDS, the Association of Certified E-Discovery Specialists. And we are absolutely thrilled to have LexInsight provide us a product and service showcase today of an innovation that I think is going to benefit a lot of people. Our presentation today is called LexInsight, the world's first marketplace for e-discovery professionals. And it's something that really caught my attention over the last year, and we've been working with LexInsight to introduce them to our community because this is something that sort of takes the middle people out, and it's something that people can have a little bit more control over their careers. So I'm very excited for you to see how this works, and the person who's going to show you how this works is my friend Keith Mobley. He's the Director of Business Development for LexInsight, and he and I go back quite a few, I want to almost say decades, but it's not a plural yet. Keith,
Don't age me like that, Mary.
He's a young whippersnapper in the legal technology area, and he actually, before we met, he was working in legal technology. He's been an attorney, a national sales director, which you don't say much about attorneys, I'll tell you, and an individual contributor for some of the largest companies in the legal market space. He blew out his targets at Kroll On Track. He's been recognized as company leader at Iron Mountain, and he has a BS from Miami University in Oxford and a JD from the University of Toledo, and is a proud member of the Ohio Bar for many, many years. Keith, you are going to show us exactly how our ACEDS community can get involved, but before you do, I want to let people know Keith's going to give you a really brief demo. We want your questions. If we don't have time for the questions at the end, Keith will reach out to you and answer your question. But we want to just give you a very quick view into this LexInsight platform and how you can take advantage of it. So Keith, without further ado, I will hand the reins over to you for your demo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mary. We are really grateful to ACEDS for the opportunity to showcase our product on your platform today. LexInsight is proud to be a ACEDS Gold affiliate member, and we are very avid supporters of this community. Under your leadership, it's been really exciting to see ACEDS growth. And now with you adding international chapters is extremely impressive to see. So hats off to you, Mary.
Oh, thank you, Keith.
From our product showcases to our earlier webinars this month, led by your friend and mine, e-discovery icon Ralph Losey, which was a terrific webinar, LexInsight wants to be a thought leader in the legal industry, and really a disruptive force that innovates processes that make legal practice more effective and more efficient. As Mary said, LexInsight is the first and largest on-demand marketplace that matches contract attorneys and legal professionals, candidates, with clients, the law firms, in-house legal departments that need e-discovery document reviewers. Mary, before we get into a lot of things, I want to really talk about LexInsight has 4 key attributes that I want to emphasize at the outset of the showcase. First really is subject matter expertise. So really what we're talking about is matchmaking, basically bringing together subject matter and review expertise to document review projects by the use of technology. LexInsight's staffing platform allows law firms and corporate legal departments to find and hire the best contract attorneys from our pool of over 10,000 pre-vetted qualified legal professionals by matching their unique skill sets with the unique needs of client projects. For example, from my experience, foreign language reviews have always been a challenge to staff. Our technology can not only connect you with a candidate who can review in Mandarin, but also one that has experience with a certain review tool, maybe relativity or ringtail. and additional maybe has experience in a particular industry, maybe finance or energy. This ability to locate and engage candidates that closely or closest match the subject matter expertise needed to complete your review at the level required is paramount. The second attribute that I want to talk about is transparency. And because of the nature of a marketplace, most all processes are transparent. The platform allows for direct communications between clients and candidates, and there are no built-in biases or hidden agendas within the process. My past experiences have shown me that traditional staffing managers have not always sent reviewers to projects because they were the most qualified. Sometimes they got there because they were left out of the last project and they were promised they would get into the next review. These common practices can lead to a very inefficient review or even constant restaffing. A transparent process is found in our marketplace, levels the playing field, and allows for an open, honest interaction and evaluation of candidates and their qualifications. Another key part of transparency is transparent cost. Historically, and I think Mary can back me up on this, the actual review of documents, having those expensive eyes looking at documents has been the costliest part of the e-discovery process. Our cost model is simple and clean. We have no hidden charges or fees and this part makes our invoicing very trustworthy and predictable. Third is really direct access. And this attribute gives power to the client. That's really what we want to do. We want to give the client the ability to access candidates directly through browsing recommended profiles, or searching candidates through the use of sophisticated searching technology, or evaluating proposals or bids from candidates on posted projects. Once a candidate is identified as a possible resource, we give you the power again to directly interact with a candidate through our messaging portal or directly through email. This direct access is going to simplify and streamline an archaic process to allow you to staff your projects much faster and much more efficiently than we've done in the past. The fourth attribute is cost. The marketplace really has an ability to provide lower costs for several reasons. Because of the inherent costs associated with traditional brick and mortar companies, the traditional staffing agencies must keep their prices at a level to offset these additional costs. But more importantly, from our perspective, through automation integrated with our platform, our marketplace streamlines tasks like background checks or invoicing and provides an efficient solution for labor-intensive and costly processes that exist in traditional brick and mortar agencies. Cost is not only in monetary. You can also incur cost of time through real inefficient processes, cost of quality through poor staffing, and eventually the large cost of unacceptable results. So what I'd like to do is take you on a basic 30,000-foot view of what the marketplace in LexInsight is and how LexInsight works. So the slide that's currently up basically shows you what the marketplace model is. Everybody's familiar with Uber or Airbnb. I know, Mary, that you're probably a constant user as much as you travel of those services.
Oh yeah, I love those.
So basically, what we have here in the top part is LexInsight is a two-sided marketplace for e-discovery document review services. On one hand, in a traditional model, you have the buyers on one side and the sellers on the other. They meet in a transparent platform to locate, engage, interact, and ultimately hire a party for the services they need, be it a lift to the airport or a house for vacation. LexInsight operates in much in the same view. On one side, the buyers are the law firms and the corporate legal departments. They post e-discovery projects and look for qualified candidates. On the other side are the sellers. These are the contract attorneys and legal professionals. They meet together in the middle in our transparent marketplace to, again, interact in a transparent fashion to try to provide the services to the law firms and corporate legal departments that need them to perform their daily tasks. Now, on the bottom right, you'll see that we have over 10,000 U.S. licensed document review attorneys in our database. All of those professionals have basic background checks and vetting performed on them. We do a basic background check on everyone from a national criminal search, be it our multi-jurisdictional database, Interpol, terrorist watch list. We also do a thorough educational and professional check, which would include their bar membership if they are in current, active, and good standing. Their educational background, they are who they say they are, and they graduated from where they say they have. We also do a Social Security number trace, and each of our professionals goes through this background check. We can do an additional background check at our client's request, which may include credit checks or drug tests. We can also do E-Verify. We can extend the level of reporting to several years out if that is the level that you want to go through, so that you actually feel secure and confident in the people that you're getting and staffing for your reviews. Now, what I'd like to do now is take you to actual demo of the product to let you see what the product looks like. And I'll start that up now. There may be a brief buffering period. I want to make sure that you're all up and on now. Okay. So hopefully everybody can see what I'm looking at. This is our landing page, www.LexInsight.com. This is our demo database. So as we do not affect any actual data or communications on the live site, we will be doing the demo through our demo database. First, you'll see on our landing page that there are two different selections here. You can go into I want to hire or I want to work. Obviously, the I want to hire is the legal departments and law firms. I want to work are the candidates that can go in and sign up. Once you would go in and click which either one applies to you, you would be given a login and a password. And from there, you can actually just go in, click on the login, put in your information, and it will bring you to a landing page. From there, this is your main page, kind of a dashboard. And this is, again, for clients to look at the information in different tabs and make sure that they've got a nice history of what they're doing, how they're searching, and people they're finding. So this would be your initial page. When you first sign on, obviously, you won't have any projects listed here. But once you got your first one, this is where it would occur. So you're going to have, you basically have your projects that are open for bid that you have put in. You have your projects that are closed for bid that you have got enough information on and enough candidates that you're going to close the bid on it. You also have your active projects listed here, and then you can have a history of your ended projects as well. So what we do is really employ a lot of different technologies, machine learning, to make sure that you're getting access to the most complete expert in your project and reviewers that you're looking for. So there's three ways of accessing candidates. The first one really is to go over here and actually post a project. So what you would do is once you hit post a project, it brings you up to this. It's a basic form process, and you can just put in your information. We'll call this one a test. We'll select the job, and from here you can select either you want to work under the W-2 model or the 1099 model, whichever one you deem is most appropriate for you. We'll select the 1099. You can select a start date from a pull down, the weekly hours limit, we'll do 40. The pay rate, we'll do 30. Number of reviewers, estimate in weeks. Review city, oops, typing problem. Is San Francisco? Is overtime allowed? And what pay multiple that would be? Is JD required? And if so, which states are they licensed in? You can put a brief description in. Now this is really key for us because we use extensive machine learning and technology to find the exact people that best meet your requirements on this project. So we always tell everybody in filling out this description to be very precise, very, I don't want to say verbose, but very precise on what you're asking for, your specific requirements, because our technology is taking all this information in and applying it to, again, over 10,000 candidates online to pull back and recommend the best candidates for you to move forward with. There's a second page, and this is also a very key page to do. We can take the different review skills. So if you're looking for first pass reviewers, if you're looking for Privlog, you're looking for people that have relativity experience, they have financial experience, maybe they have worked in contracts and labor employment. Next, in filling this out, you're looking for certain foreign languages maybe that you want to have present on your review. So we'll just go with English, and the level of proficiency is professional working proficiency. This information on conflict check will not be present to any attorneys bidding on the projects, but if you'd like, you can put in the information of which party you're representing, the plaintiff and the defendant, and maybe list, if you'd like to, the information there. That will allow us to know who potentially could be conflicted out of information of work. And lastly, before you do the last part of the project, if you have a file, if you have a conflict check form or a overall description of the project or the company, you can choose a file here. You can add that very simply and attach that, and then just hit submit. And you'll see this is our test down here. Once you get that up and running, you can actually take a look at it. Over here, it gives you the ability to view the details. You can edit it from here. You can duplicate it if you have similar projects. You can end it from here as well, or delete that project from your main screen here. I want to quickly look at one of these posted projects. And as you saw before, you can post a project and you will get proposals from that posting. That's one way of really accessing candidates. The next way is by going into our recommended tab, and this is really where the technology comes into play. That's very key. This is going to give you the ability to take all of our technology and recommendations and browse these and take advantage of our technology to give you these targeted profiles. So from this, you can go through, browse them. Once you get in and you like their background, you can actually go in and click on a person You can see a quick bit of their classifications, their qualifications, professional experience, language proficiencies. It's really a great, when the candidates sign up on their side, they give us a extensive background of their experience. They actually will put their resumes online, and this gives us a great ability to go quickly, look at somebody, make a quick evaluation on whether or not you want to continue the process of possibly bringing them onto your project. So from here you can, if you liked Maria, you could just quickly, and you wanted to invite her to a job to talk about possible, maybe more information, you click Invite to Job. You can then type in any message that you'd want here. Maybe you want to know whether she has experience with working on Google projects, or if she has any experience working with maybe project management. So you can just type that information there. You invite the attorney to whatever project you're working on. Again, you can choose a file here, be it a conflict check form or anything else that you may want to start in process. And then from there, you just send the invitation. This, again, is going to notify them via email that they have somebody that wants information, that wants to possibly invite them to a job. We also have a message tab here that is going to quickly give you the ability to go into our online messaging portal, a real-time messaging chat where you can talk in real time with the candidates. These are the recommended, and like I said, so the first one is you're going to get proposals after posting a job. That's one way to access the candidate. The second is to we take the information from those listings that you're posting, and we provide you, based with our technology and machine learning, a list of recommended professionals that would be most suited for your project. You can also go in and see any past hires that you may have had. So a lot of times if you have somebody, a past hire that you're very happy with, you can quickly go in, access their profile and go through that again, making sure that they're still there. You can, again, invite them to the job. You can go in and see their resume that is online and quickly move through that process of rehiring if that would be the case. Finally, if you're browsing through some profiles, it always happens that you come across very unique individuals, that maybe somebody that has a really unique language skill or a very unique background, or a combination of those things. Maybe they don't quite fit your current project, but you know in 5 months, or you have an inkling that in the near future you're going to need somebody with that. So you can quickly go in when they have a save button following their in their profile. You click that save button, they will go to your saved people, and from there you can quickly move through and again engage them without having to go through an extensive search or wondering where they're at in the near future. So from here, again, you can go into your recommended. You can review the proposals from other clients or other candidates that have come in. This will show you it's a good repository of those proposals. You can see who that you've messaged with about these proposals and who you've hired at the end of the day. So that's two ways. We can post projects, receive bids. We've found them that way. We can go ahead and after we posted, we can use the machine learning technology to go and browse the profiles of the candidates that we recommended. And finally, we can go in and do a keyword search. And with that keyword search, basically this is allowing you to drill down on your own to try to find profiles of candidates that are going to meet your specific needs. that out. So what we will do is, if we're going to go in, we will search. Let's say that we're looking for somebody. We have a very important review in San Francisco. We have a max hourly rate of $50. We're going to take all legal professionals at this point, and we're going to do a advanced search. So we're looking for somebody with about 10 years experience. And again, we're going to look for people with document review, maybe first pass. They have confidentiality review. They have software skills of relativity. They have industry experience in finance. And again, language experience, let's look for Japanese with full professional proficiency. And then from there, you can update your search. And we have looked for a very, very precise individual with very precise requirements. We have found Vivian. So if you click on Vivian, this will bring again up her information. You can go in. You can go in and look at her profile. Again, you can go ahead and click on her resume. We have asked when people register, candidates register, that they put their resume online. We have redacted a lot of the contact information, really for both parties, to ensure that as far as the communications goes, that everybody is protected. You can go in and then see the actual resume of the individual, see their background, and again, if they are there and meet the requirements that you have, you can then again invite them to the job, send them a message. And it looked, based on Vivian's background, that she spoke about 5 different languages. She may be somebody that you'd want to save to your projects to ensure that that you can find her when and if you would need her. So those are the real key 3 ways of finding candidates on the tool. So you can do it through bids, you can do it through recommended, and finally you can do it through searching to find the candidates out of our vast array of 10,000 plus candidates in our database. Next, I want to go back there. Let me go back. I want to quickly show you what, from the details, this is really what our candidates on the other side see in a posting. They can see this, and they can go through. It gives all the product information. When they look on their side, they'll get all this information and determine whether or not they want to bid on a project based on the information given. So like I said, it's very important to be as detailed on your requirements that you're looking for. So additionally, the candidates know exactly what they're doing. The other part of that is, when we are looking at candidates, we have, in our transparency, have tried to make this really a win-win for both sides. Not only do the clients, the law firms, and the legal departments get the empowerment of going in and doing this directly and contacting clients directly. This is really the first time that anybody's given the candidates some control over their careers as well. So when they go on and they can look at jobs on their dashboard, they can actually determine who they'd like to work for, what that looks like for their career, what industries or what companies that they think that would be best for them to work for. So they're actually getting a say really, I think for the first time, in where their career is going, how they can actually determine their own schedules, and it is very empowering to them as legal professionals, because I think during our webinar, Ralph Losey said that the reviewers were really the most unappreciated in this process, and I tend to agree with that. It is a very important job, probably the most important job in this, and this tool actually gives them the ability to go in and kind of control their careers for the first time. So after, these are all have to do with your projects. You can then go in, you can see your attorneys that you have. This is a good repository, again, for that information. You can see the people that you have hired for your jobs, and you can actually see who you have on the Saved tab as well. So from there, you can go in, select whatever project that you have. If you have a number of them, they'll be here, and you can see the people that you've hired for that project. One of the really great things we have, and this is, again, implementing automation, and that's really one of the hallmarks of LexInsight and the hallmarks of marketplaces, is being able to integrate automation where in the past, really slow-moving processes and costly processes cause delays in not only efficiency but effectiveness. When a candidate does a project, they will post their timesheet online for you to go in. You can select whatever project you're working on. You can then choose whatever attorney that you are looking at, and you can see the status of all those if you want to narrow that down. From here, the supervising attorney can go in and view the timesheet, can also go ahead and do their verification, and once they verify that this is matches up with their numbers, they can either approve and pay at this point, or they can reject the invoice, or they can go ahead and cancel this. So this is really a good form of automation that is going to allow you to be much more efficient at what you're doing, quickly being able to, again, use the portal from location, identifying, evaluation, hiring, and finally paying the individuals, the invoices, directly from the portal, directly from the marketplace. So this is a tremendous asset to have, saving you, not only the candidate, but you, a great deal of time in the invoicing process. And lastly, we have our Insight messaging, and I talked about before, when you looked at a client, you could quickly hit message. This will bring them up. You can go in and quickly just type in information. And then from there, all you would do is hit enter. And again, this is a real-time chat that allows you immediate interaction with the candidates to quickly either decide to move forward with the candidate in the process, or maybe even decide quickly, hey, maybe that's a direction we don't want to go, and making more efficient use of your time. So I think we are close, as I look at my phone, to the end of our 30 minutes. I want to quickly just say that this is the demo. We did a very brief overview of really what is available here. If anyone would like to go into more depth and a deeper dive into this, I'm more than available to go into and set up another demo for you. So what I would like to do is basically throw the floor open at this point. Now the demo is over. But again, I'm more than happy to go through, set up a demo, or answer any questions you may have. All my contact information there should be on the screen at this point. And Mary, do we have any questions here toward the end of this?
We certainly do. Yes, we do, Keith. Of course we do. So first question is, what's your turnaround time for finding attorneys?
Well, with our marketplace platform, you can literally staff your projects within hours. Again, going on, yes, within hours. So it is a great opportunity to go in, find a lot of, the real-time messaging, the real-time searching. You can find the talent you're looking for and staff that within hours.
That's amazing. And in your system, is everybody a 1099 employee, like independent, or can an organization also find W-2 employees?
Yeah, we work under both models. Obviously, that'd be something that we would want to talk about when you're kicking off your project, or if that's the model that you're always working under. So we work under both W-2 and 1099. We would just want clarification at the outset of which model you're working under, and then we can have a deeper discussion on process and things like that once we have that discussion.
So from the point of view of someone who'd register with you to be a contract reviewer, do you also provide health insurance for your W-2 attorneys?
We can, at the request of the client, we can provide that. That is, again, something that would need a deeper discussion from both sides, but we can do that at the client's request.
Excellent, excellent. And you mentioned a lot of different foreign languages in your demo. What are the major languages that where you have people?
Yeah, I think the primary languages are English, Mandarin, Cantonese, Japanese, Spanish, German, French, and Portuguese.
Ah, very good. Very good. And you talked about being disruptive, Keith. What are the other major changes you're bringing to the e-discovery community and industry other than this very cost-effective solution?
Well, I think I'll make this the last question because I see our time is short. But Mary, I think what we're doing is innovating an industry that hasn't seen innovation in decades. Through the platform's integrated automation and machine learning technology, we're giving law firms and legal departments access to greater subject matter review expertise and giving them the power to locate and connect and evaluate and hire candidates on a truly transparent platform. As the question alludes to, not only are we providing this at a lower monetary cost, but at the same time we're improving the cost of time, we're improving the cost of quality, and ultimately improving the cost of the results.
Well, there it is in a nutshell.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Keith,
well, again, I just wanted to just one more time reiterate it, and again, this was a very cursory demo. If anyone would like to go more in depth or have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me at any time through my email or my phone line.
And we're just thrilled that you're bringing this to the community, and we at ACES very much want to hear about what you're experiencing, Keith, certainly with the folks that will be coming to you, and those of you on the line who'll be talking with Keith and LexInsight. We're interested in your experience as well. This is a great innovation and puts more control on both sides of the equation there, and I think will be quite disruptive, and disruptive in a nice way for folks. So Keith and Avi, I want to thank you very much. We so highly value your partnership and your affiliation with us, and that you bring us not only a wonderful service and product demo, but also the thought leadership, bringing Ralph to the table, bringing your statistician to the table. We're very grateful for the educational aspect and the opportunities that you bring to us. So I want to thank everybody on the line for coming to see this, and look forward to seeing all of you at our next webinar on the ACEDS webinar channel. And thanks, Keith.
Thank you, Mary, and have a great day.